Hello, everyone, and welcome to AJ's Side Panel. I am your host, AJ, which is why I'm here. And that's all you need to know about that. Anyway, welcome to the show this week. We have, I had the opportunity to go out and see three movies this week. 3 weeks? Three movies this week. That's right, I'm taking full advantage of that AMC Movie Pass. You're totally hating me right now. If you don't know what I am speaking of, AMC has a movie club that they have that offers you the opportunity to see three movies a week for only $20 a month. Now, for me, that's just a steal because a movie and popcorn is $20, and so the other 11 movies a month that I see, 15 movies a month that I get to see. Is it 15? 3 times 4 is 12. No, 11 movies. I was right. Math. Is free, basically. So I'm totally milking it. I'm sure there's more than a handful of people out there that are like, yeah, I see maybe a movie a week, if that. But this totally covers it. It's cool. Me, I do my best to use all three movies a week, and so thankfully, because of that, I am able to bring you such wonderful reviews. Moving on. So yeah, three movies this week. The first of which was a special feature because it is Amazon did a little thing where they released the opportunity to see two movies 2 weeks before the release date. The first of which is Bumblebee, which I got to see. The second of which I'll be seeing this weekend, and that is Aquaman, which I will be reviewing next week. So this first movie, Bumblebee, what can I say about it? If you're familiar with the Transformers franchise, you are familiar with the character of Bumblebee. And going into this movie, this is probably the first, I'm probably wrong, so you'll forgive me, but the first Transformers film movie, I believe, that was not directed by, what's his nuts, Mr. Michael Bay. Yes, I am correct. Good old Wikipedia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I thought there was more. I'm talking to myself again. First movie not done by Michael Bay. Now, granted, he had a couple fingers in there, but he didn't have both fists like he normally does. Because normally both fists are full of dynamite, which explosions everywhere. Explosions, Michael Bay. Anyway, so Bumblebee, what can I say about this movie? The first 3 minutes of this film is hands down better than any of the other 5 Transformer movies that have ever been made. It is exactly what we as fans of the original animated series back in the 80s have always wanted in a movie. And that is the original Gen 1 characters shown in their Gen 1 forms. And that is that there weren't a million little moving parts going on in there that it made it very hard to focus and see what was going on. Instead, these Transformers, had more of a solid look. So, gone were the days of going, why does Optimus Prime have lips? And back were the days of, oh, look how Soundwave is ejecting Ravage from his chest. Oh my god. The first 3 minutes of the movie were stupendous. And if I just had to go on that alone, I would have to say this movie was amazing. However, there are like a good, 118 extra minutes to this movie that kind of kill it, in my opinion. And not in a good way. Now, like I say, the first 3 minutes comes out and it's amazing, it's awesome, we're excited, things are going at a pace that we want them to go at, easy to follow along, things happen, boom, awesome. Well, then the rest of the movie comes out and it plays off like Herbie, the love bug. And, I kind of have problems with it. And it's not that it was bad, but it plays off just like all the other Transformers movies where, a human discovers that they're driving a Transformer and Transformer has Transformer buddies out there, and there's all these Transformers, and there's gonna be a big fight, big war, and at the end of the day, guess who's the victor? And because of that, the movie kind of slowly fails. It's not that it's a bad movie. It's just like every other Transformer movie, as far as story and plot goes. The acting, John Cena is horrible. He cannot act for shit. Sorry. So I don't understand what was the point of him being in the movie other than just the name. Haley Steinfeld, on the other hand, does a great job of playing the human counterpart to Bumblebee. But I mean, there's no saving it at this point. It is what it is. And if you're okay with that, you don't mind it, then check out the movie. Absolutely. The first 3 minutes alone will make it worth it, I promise you. But after that, just take it for what it is. Will I be seeing this movie again? Well, unfortunately, I will have to, because the first 3 minutes aren't the only part of the movie where you get to see Cybertron. There's a whole bunch of other flashbacks to it throughout the movie, and because of that, I'm going to have to see it. So yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, there you have it. Voice acting they did a good job. Dylan O'Brien, some of you may remember as, God, what was his name? He was in The Maze Runner. He was Styles in the Teen Wolf show. He did a great job in American Assassin, in my opinion. He is the voice of Bumblebee for as long as he has a voice. Peter Cullen shows up as Optimus Prime. I don't want to give away... Well, you know what? I do, actually. I do. First off, the main complaint I do have about the movie, is that you don't know really any of the Decepticons' names. There's 2 big Decepticons in here, and you don't know their names. They never, as far as I can tell, they never really, divulged them. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. However, on the Autobots side, I mean, you see Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, RC, Wheeljack, Cliffjumper, Brawn, Ratchet, Ironhide, all the old school original Transformers, G1s, man, I love it. The only thing that was missing was like Grimlock, Kick Butt, and it would have been awesome to see that. Or even Unicron at that point, but, yeah. So, if you're a fan of the movie franchise, go see it. It's nice to see a decent leading character in Haley Steinfeld as opposed to Shia LaBeouf and Mark Wahlberg. But, John Cena makes up for all of that. So, moving on. The next film I saw was Mortal Engines. Yeah, Mortal Engines. Now, Mortal Engines is a movie set in the steampunk future, post-apocalyptic future, steampunkish world, with a screenplay that was written by Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, and Peter Jackson. Names you might remember from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. What they don't tell you is that none of them had anything to do with the directing or the producing or anything that had to do with the actual movie. And if they don't tell you that. So when you go into the theater and you're really disappointed because you were kind of led there thinking, oh man, it's the same people that did The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that the movie sucked. Okay. Now the visuals were stunning. I mean, they were just beautiful and gorgeous. And however, the money that they spent on creating these special effects and these moving cities, the movie is about, the world is digressed to being mobile, and that this huge city called London is depicted. The London, the city, is now on wheels, basically. And it chases down little cities so that it can harvest their resources. This girl somehow gets on board and goes after one of the main characters in Hugo Weaving. In the trailer, you're not given an explanation as to who he is in relation or why. other than he may have killed her mother at some point, but not too much is given away. Now they spent all the money on two big names, and that's Hugo Weaving and Stephen Lang. And Stephen Lang, not really a big name, but he's known. Otherwise, you're not going to recognize damn near anybody in this film because they couldn't afford to get any big names in here. So they spent all the money on the special effects and the moving cities and all those steampunk stuff and costumes and all that they didn't bother with a feasible plot, a decent story, any good acting whatsoever, and choppy editing. This movie to me is not worth it. If you want to go see some pretty and just pure eye candy, sure, this movie will handle that. But otherwise, it's just dumb. It is on par with the original Judge Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone, except not cheesy enough or campy enough to be awesome. It falls just short of that. So, see it if you want. Don't. You're not going to miss anything. I would advise. It's based off of a 4-book series. I never read them. I don't know how much of all 4 of those books they tried to cram into this one movie. But I would advise you just read the books instead of the movie because it's just not worth the time, in my opinion. But damn, it's pretty. It's so pretty. Moving on to the third film. The third film I got to see last night. It was after I saw Mortal Engines, so already in a bad mood. I was just hoping that there would be some redemption in this film, and that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If you follow my Twitter, Draven at Twitter, DRAYVM, you'll already know that I gave my opinion on the film, which is different than what I would normally do. And to me, this film, easily top 10 in my entire life. It's that good. Movie of the year for me, I would say. The best Marvel movie that they've put out ever. Winter Soldier is my favorite movie, and this one just took that over. Yeah, I'm just gushing about it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is about how it takes up the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline from the comic books. If you're unfamiliar with that, I won't try and give too much away. But I'll just say that Miles Morales is the newest Spider-Man, and he is trying to stop all the bad guys from tearing a wormhole in a black hole in the city. And by doing that, he recruits Spider-Man from different dimensions and different universes. And that's just all there is to it. In the process, again, I can't give away too much. I will say that you will not be disappointed by this movie. The graphics alone are revolutionary. They're groundbreaking. You have not seen any type of special effects or animation in this style ever in your life. So much so that Marvel is currently trying, or Sony or whoever, Columbia, Sony, and Marvel are currently trying to get a patent on the visual style of this movie. It is nothing. You've never seen anything like this. And it is phenomenal. It is gorgeous and beautiful and heartbreaking and imaginative and groundbreaking. Every minute I was watching this movie, I just kept getting never-ending goosebumps over just how fantastic this style was, and it was so unexpected. You see it in the trailers, but it gives you it does no justice to what you're watching on the screen. If you can, see this on the biggest screen that you can. IMAX, RPX, Dolby Atmos, whatever. The biggest, most beautiful screen you can see it on. Don't see it in 3D because it will mess you up. Maybe. I didn't see it in 3D. I saw it on a huge, massive screen and just fell in love with it. the, the soundtrack, the voice acting, the story, the acting, the everything about it is, in my opinion, flawless. I cannot gush about this movie much more. Um, yeah, I mean it's everything I've ever wanted and everything I never knew I wanted in an animated movie, and it basically like flips off Pixar and and DC all all along the way. um, yeah, like I said, if you can, the biggest screen humanly possible, try and sit in a place where you're going to be able to take on everything that's happening on the screen. Um, yeah, yeah. And that soundtrack was amazing. Man, every second that was shot in this film, every second of it took a week to draw and render. So that should tell you just how much it is, how great it is. I want to see this not only in the best animated feature, but in the best film feature. And I think the fact that it didn't get nominated for best movie at the Golden Globes is a shame. It got nominated for best animated feature, but it deserves more. Um, it's been nominated in the Critics' Choice Awards as well, and a sequel and several spin-offs are already in development. So it's just phenomenal. And I have to stop gushing about it because I can go on for hours without actually talking about it. and that's what's hard. So please go see this movie, call me up, and geek out with me because nobody I know went with me. I went alone and was mad that I'm agoraphobic and I wanted to turn around and just start talking to anybody about it. Like holy shit. Um, so yeah, there you have it. The three movies I saw. Yeah, that's really all I can say. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as Draven, Draybn. You can follow me on the Instagram under the same name, and you can find me on Facebook, AJ Herrera, or Forbidden Panel. Please check out our website, forbiddenpanel.com. And thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, send me your suggestions, any movies you think I should see. Send me any questions you may have about certain movies. If you see any of these movies and you want to geek out about it, hit me up and let me know. Until next week, where I will be reviewing Aquaman. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big bang. Wherever there's a hang, you'll find a Spider-Man.